Hey craft nerds, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Last week I went to this absolutely incredible market that was called the Mythical Markets. Now I've been waiting for this market for what seems like months. It was actually scheduled to be last year, and then we had crazy weather and flood warnings and everything, so it ended up being rescheduled, and it was on the 27th of January, and at the Ferny Creek Reserve, in the hall and like around the hall as well. It was I think from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Absolutely beautiful market. I got dressed up as a fairy. By now, depending on how I upload these videos, hopefully you will have seen me creating the wand and also the wings for my outfit. I also did film the makeup, and hopefully we'll be able to put that into a video for you guys as well. So yes, I dressed up as a fairy, and I had these, huge gold wings. As soon as I put them on, though, I knew it was going to be trouble, and I was going to bang into everybody that we came across. I'm so going to whack people with my wings. So going to just...
I don't reckon you'll be the only one.
Probably not, I hope not. I might get to a point where I'm like, have to take the wings off, because I'll be like, what? Sorry. yeah.
Here is Jen. Hi Jen. Hello. Here's Jen's wand. Here's my wings. I'm going to whack people, probably. It's probably good luck to be whacked in the face by a fairy. Yeah, I think so. It might be magical. There must be some sort of spell cast by getting whacked by my wings. We shall find out, I am sure of it.
I might start turning people into things.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, cool. Do you want to go and say hello? Oh no. Excuse me, wings are coming. Sorry, wings are coming.
So I wish I could have actually had some footage of me just trying to get around the market. It was so comical to watch. There was no way for me to film myself and get around at the same time, though I was having enough trouble navigating things as it was, but it was pretty hilarious. Like, I had to sort of edge my way in and out of market stalls and, warn people when I was turning around. I was joking to one person that I should have the sound of the trucks, when they're doing the reversing, with the beep, 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 beep reversing sound. And someone said to me, so yeah, you should have a reverse camera so that you can, reverse your wings into things. And I thought that would have been perfect. But so yeah, that was hilarious. I was so happy with how the outfit came out though, but it was a little bit difficult to get about. But as well as that, like, so many people dressed up, and it was so wonderful that most of them, in fact everyone asked to film, were absolutely happy to show off their costume.
Oh, there's some great costumes over there too. If we run into anyone with a good costume, I might ask them if they don't mind if I film. just pose in all your glory. Oh my god, that's amazing! That's fantastic. Oh my god. Oh, here we go, Bubbles. Oh, these are my people. That is gorgeous. That is so cute. It's alive! Isn't it the best?
They're amazing. Did you make that?
I wish I did. That's so cool.
We're just admiring your friend's wings.
Oh, thank you. Tutorial coming on YouTube. Tutorial coming on YouTube. The Craft Nerd.
Do you have a feels like?
Oh, I don't. I've just started the Craft Nerd though. Look up the Craft Nerd, and that's me. Costumes. I've got to get a good look at that hat. That is the best. I love that. Oh, that is the best. And then the whole ensemble, it's just fantastic.
You can tell the difference between
Yes, do a spin for sure. Oh, that's awesome. Fantastic. Thank you so much. That's awesome. That is awesome.
More of them.
Whee!
Actually not going quite as Come on, don't die on me now.
Oh, no, you're getting a few. And it's coming through the screen. Very nice. Yes. Can I film you? Yeah. That is awesome. Oh, that is...
And there was many other costumes that I didn't get a chance to film. I remember I had one gentleman approach me just as I was about to eat dinner, and was chatting to me, and he had this amazing armor and like 3 different weapons or something. I couldn't even see his fantastic because he had a helmet on with mesh or what have you at the front, and I was just too hungry. It was like feed the beast time. It was just all about the food. So I didn't ask him to film his costume, and afterwards I was like, damn it. I really should have asked him to film the costume. But yeah, look, everyone got right into it, and that made it so much fun.
That's great. Oh, that's cool. Oh, there's some great costumes. Just like sit here and costume watch. There's something.
So yeah, it was so wonderful to go to these markets. I was there with my friend Jen. I made a wand for her as well. Hopefully I'll have a video of putting that wand together. And she did some face paint on her face as well, and sort of had a bit of a purple fairy thing going on. The room is such a mess too, so I'm just trying to...
My very average little butterfly or dragonfly.
Oh, I love it, and it matches.
And
it's like totally matches. That's really cool. That's really cool. And we had so much fun. We looked at every shop we possibly could. And I came away with all sorts of goodies. I was saving my money for the event because, it was going to be all of my favourite things in one spot. And there was just so many things as well that, like, if I had more money I would have gone back to buy, because the workmanship in, like, there was some real artisan people there. And I'm going to show you some really cool stuff. Anyway, I better get into it because otherwise we'll never get this video finished. It'll be way too long. Where to start? Alright, where to start? I'll start with something that was quite small and unfortunately got a little bit wrecked, which was this postcard. Now, I got to see this Cheshire Cat creature in the flesh. This was an amazing shop. It's called the Haunted Toy Shop. Hopefully you can see that there. Really cute, crazy looking creatures that are all handcrafted and in so much detail, and it was pretty amazing. And I've just always had a thing for the Cheshire Cat. It's so cheeky and has this great little grin, and I love the colours of the Cheshire Cat, the purples and pinks and everything. So I couldn't afford the toy, but I could afford the postcard, and he'll go up on my wall. My collection of pictures and dragons and things that's on the wall behind the camera there. So yes, very cute. Check it out, the Haunted Toy Shop. So early on in the piece, I ran into these lovely, beautiful two girls that were admiring my fairy wings, and they were just lovely to talk to, and you know, told me about their artwork. I didn't realise at first as I was chatting to them they had a stall of their own, and it took us a fair while to make our way around all the shops to actually run into them. And I didn't even realise it was their shop when I first saw it, but I got there and I saw this wonderful big poster at the front of the table with this on it. Isn't that the cutest thing you've ever seen? And I just straight away pointed it out to Jen and said, look at that, it's so cute. It's Toast Weasel is the name of their business, and you know, she was just inspired to create this image of a weasel. I think she said she saw it online or something, and just, you know, thought about putting something together for it. And like the pride in that stance of the weasel with its piece of toast, it was just adorable. So I had to get that. Absolutely love it. And that's her card. I thought that was clever. So her name's Andrea, and the business is Toast Weasel. So this is like a bookmark and a business card. Quite clever. With that's a sticker I got too, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. So that's a sticker. They had 3 for $10, I think, for the stickers. And again, I thought I'd put it up on my wall where I've got all my inspiring bits and pieces that I collect. I had to get the stag. You guys know what I'm like with the stag. This is a flying stag, and one of the gentlemen that was nearby did say the name of it. I will find the name of it and put it up here somewhere because I've forgotten to start it with P. Anyway, I thought it was really cool to have, you know, a stag, and or a flying stag at that. And this is beautiful. It's a little green sort of forest dragon thing. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is all her artwork. She had bags and prints and other things, and I'd spent most of my money by then. Otherwise I was eyeing off those bags pretty heavily. They were really cool. So yeah, awesome artwork. Go and check it out. Fantastic. And they're just lovely girls, so support them for sure. Now, I am sorry to whoever I bought this from, but I cannot remember which stall it was or if I got a card from them. But there was a shop that was just like all these little treasures. In fact, there was a box full of jewellery that was like digging through treasure. And me and Jen just had an absolute ball digging through all the little trinkets and things. It's one of the first shops we came across. And I saw this little cameo and just thought it was so pretty. Got the little jewels on it there. There was other things as well. There's really cool watch fobs, rings, other things like that. It was just, you know, costume jewelry. I don't think it was handmade, but, you know, really nice stuff though, and a great collection of things. So, really liked that one. Now, as well, one of the earlier things that I came across was this amazing polymer artist. And she actually does workshops as well. Show the printout here that I have. So this is a workshop that's, I think, passed already, she said, but her details are on there nonetheless. And they have, I think she said, a Facebook group or page that keeps you up to date with the workshops they have. I'm very much thinking of doing a workshop because I love the crystal and polymer clay stuff that I've seen. It's so, you know, fantasy-like and mythical, which is just what I'm into. You know, fairy-like and that sort of thing. And anyway, I saw this wand. I'll show you actually this part first. So it's a wand with the crystal at the top. It's got, you can see like the natural looking leaves and things, the polymer clay there, and then at the other end again it's got another crystal, and it was only $35. And she had some other things that I was really almost going to get as well, but it was early on in the piece and I thought, oh, I need to save my money in case I see something further along. And yeah, she had like, you know, jewelry in this sort of style and sun catchers and all sorts of things, but she teaches how to make all of that as well. So if you are a local around this area in Victoria, have a look at her workshops. I definitely intend to check it out and hopefully attend one and yeah, learn myself how to make all of that stuff, which would be great. Now this is beautiful. Now my husband saw this and goes, you can make that, because I make beaded hair pieces, all sorts of different hair pieces and that sort of thing. But you know what, when I see another artist making something and I love it, you know, it doesn't matter if I could make it. And this is a little different too, because she uses I forget the material that she said that it was, but it's a moldable material, and no, I've completely forgotten what it is. So but she actually molded these flowers, so it's a little different to what I would do, which would be to either bead the flowers or dye lace and, you know, maybe use wire behind it. These are, you know, formed flowers. So I'll show you the back. So see that? Look, it's some sort of moldable resin or what's that stuff they use for cosplay? Warbler or something? It could be that sort of thing. I'm not as familiar with it, but I just really loved it. I thought it would be so pretty on the side of my hair, and the colour, and it was only $30, and I thought, you know what, it is so pretty, so I was very happy to get that. And the card as well is just it's so pretty. Look at that. I mean, so nice. So love that. Yeah, I was really taken by that. Now I looked at this and I was like, oh, that's cool, but I wasn't going to get it. But then I thought, you know what? And Jen said this too. You never see anything like this anywhere. It's this. So hopefully you can see what it looks like. I mean, how cool is it? It's very Viking-like, I think. And it's a hair piece. So it's, you know, for your ponytail. So it's got the rod that you put through the ponytail. I wear these, I've got other ones, but much smaller and just, you know, sort of beaded pieces with the stick through it. But I've never seen anything like this with the wings. Me and Jen, our first thought was, how can we get beads onto that? How can we bling that out? And I may still do it. I don't know. I could picture not going too overboard, like keeping it very black, but you know, some like dark crystal rhinestones in there or something like that, or silver even, edge work. But I mean, the detailing of the leather is beautiful in itself. Like if you can have a look, you can see that detail in it there. And I just thought it would look so cool, you know, with wings just sort of flying out of the back of your head. So I think it was $30, I believe. Again, I don't think I got a card. I don't think they gave me a card. And honestly, with the issues I was having with my wings, I was just happy if I could get in and out of a stall. So I don't think I got a card from them. If I find the name of the shop, I'll link it. Otherwise, if you're watching this and you are the owner of the shop, put a comment in there just in case, you know, anyone sees it and, you know, is interested in your stuff. They had weapons as well, looked like stuff for like LARP or, you know, cosplay, but maybe more so live action role play. Like they even had, looked like goblin ears or something, and flasks and weapons and, you know, some accessories as well, clothing, I think, or maybe just more accessory type things like belts and things. Anyway, the stuff was just really cool, so it was, yeah, really enjoyed that.
Oh man, those are kick-ass. I just want to swing it around just to look cool. Yeah. Don't mess with me. I have a warhammer with a skull. Hello.
Now, this is another one I didn't get a card from, but she was mainly selling secondhand clothes, I think. I can't remember whether she had anything else there. And I just had a quick look, and she was selling these for so cheap. This was, I don't even know if you'll see it. It's sort of a long tunic style top that's see-through. So, you know, see-through, so you'd wear like a singlet top underneath or over a dress maybe as to jazz it up a bit. And yeah, it's got like sort of rips and things through it, but in almost like a pattern shape and everything. And yeah, it was only $5, and I thought, like, I had nowhere to try it on, so I don't know if it's going to be any good, but I figure for $5, even if it doesn't look good, no harm done. And I can't see it not looking good. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's stretchy, it's black, it's, you know, gothic looking. Yeah, it should be fine. So she had some other interesting stuff, but nothing else that kind of jumped out at me. So I just grabbed that one. I keep saying this, but I don't think I got a card from this place either. People were just not giving me cards. And I asked this lady if she had a card, actually. Maybe I did ask her if she had a card. She didn't normally go to the markets or something, I think she said, and she was just trying to get rid of some excess stock. She had a shop, which I forget the name of the shop. Anyway, you can get these online anyway, and I think there was some handmade stuff, but this is just sort of one of those laser cut masquerade masks, and it says $20. I actually got it for $15. She had it marked down, and she had some other ones there that were just so pretty. In fact, you know, gosh, if I had all the money in the world, I would have just got all of them, even though I don't even know where I'd wear them. I don't even know where I wear this. Probably in a video, just, you know, something fun. And, you know, it's craft nerd colours, people. Check it out. I mean, it's the hot pink and black of the craft nerd. So it just felt like it was meant to be. So I had to get it. So I'm pretty happy with that one. Now, this lady there was this shop that had chainmail jewellery, and it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I have to admit, I have not done any chainmail jewellery, but I do admire it. You know, it's a completely different skill of its own, and if you haven't seen chainmail jewellery, I highly recommend that you go and look it up and see what's out there, because there is some beautiful stuff. And this lady had these necklaces that looked like dragon scales, and oh, that was so nice. But they were $180, and I only had $200 to spend for the whole day, and I'd already spent a fair bit of it by the time I got to her shop as well. But I tell you, I'd love one of her necklaces. They were beautiful. So I got these earrings that are with the same, I don't know, I guess they look like scales, but the same beads that she used for her necklaces that look like dragon scales. And I'll move hang on. So the name of the shop is called, I think you say it's Shale. I'll show you that. And yeah, I just love the colour of these. They're gold, but there was a slight pink iridescence coming off them, and I was almost going to get these hot pink ones again, you know, craft nerdy colours, hot pink or whatever, but I don't know, there was something about these that I just love them. So love that one. What else did I get? I got a little handful of the most adorable little mushrooms. Look how cute. So these have little stakes in them, and you can put them in pot plants, which is usually what they're used for. I don't know whether I'll do that or whether I will. I'd like to put them in my studio somewhere somehow. I just haven't quite worked out how I'm doing that yet. Maybe I can get a piece of styrofoam or something and just sort of stick them in. Now, I think, I could be wrong, but I think it was from this place, and the cards got a little mixed up, but I believe it was Moss and Whimsy. Now, if you are watching this and you know whether it is them or not, and I've got it wrong, let me know, or let everyone know. And I do apologise if I'm getting that wrong, but I believe it's them, and I looked them up to try and work it out, and they make little mushrooms and things, so I think it is them that I bought that from. So, love that. Absolutely adorable. Now, towards the end, I found a shop that had lovely cards, and again, you know, the stag is always an image that I am drawn to, and I just really liked this card as well. You know, it's the lady in the forest with the stag horns, and you know, she's even got sort of hair a little bit like me and baubles hanging off the horns, so it almost feels like there's a bit of imagery of myself in this, you know, with the bling hanging off the horns and everything like this, and in the forest. So I just really felt, and this was like, by the time I bought this was like my last little bit of coinage. It was to the point where Jen was going to pull out some coins to help me, because I was trying to scrape together enough coins to buy it, and yeah, just had enough. This was from here, Be Inspired Art. Really cool looking rune looking things there. Yeah, so beinspiredart.com. There was like some other little fairy things, and like this little mini apothecary container and other things like that. And I think I got a bit of footage of it, so I'll show that to you guys as well.
That's great.
Oh, sorry.
Very cute.
Alright, so I've been working up towards this because this is my favourite thing that I got, and my favourite shop that I saw of the whole time I was there. And I nearly blew a gasket. As soon as I saw this shop, I went a bit berserk. I went totally fangirl and squealed, and this lady didn't even know me, and I was like, oh my god, like this. So I got to this shop, and there was a sculpture of a mystic from the Dark Crystal, like massive, like that sort of size. It looked exactly like them, like you had just got one from the movie and shrunk it, and there it was. Absolutely amazing. And there was also I can't remember what they're called, but in the Labyrinth, when Sarah gets to this certain point and there's these sort of like court jester looking characters, and one always lies and one always tells the truth, and it's got, you know, the two ones with the head on either side, and it's, you know, set in the wall of the labyrinth, and she's got to pick which door to go down, and she had sculpted this. And it was absolutely perfection. Like, it looked like, you know, again, you took the scene and you just shrunk it, and every little detail of it was there. If I had the money for that, or even the Mystic, oh my god. But the large sculptures were not cheap, but understandably so. The Mystic, I think, was $1,800. I'd pay that in a heartbeat if I had $1,800. I loved that Mystic. It was... and yeah, the other sculpture as well, that was $6,000, I think. A lot more detail, I guess, in that one. Probably a lot more work to get, you know, all the rocks and everything, and the paint work and everything. So yeah, $6,000 for that one. But you know what? If you're in the market for something really amazing for your house, and you're a fan of either of those movies, Labyrinth or Dark Crystal, you need to go and check them out, because oh my lordy lord.
Oh my god, there's a... Oh, it's a, what's her face from the Dark Crystal? Orgra. The hat. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is my favourite shop in the world. I know. Oh my god, did you make these? You're freaking insane. It's my favourite movie in the world is The Labyrinth. Like, my favourite... Brian Froud is my favourite artist in the world, and like...
Did you see the little thing that he sent out, Tim Henson, about his new...
The Dark Crystal series that's going to go on Netflix? Uh-huh.
And there was a competition.
Yes, for a feature. I didn't get in on time, but... Did you enter?
I didn't enter because at that point I was like up to here with
yes,
stuff.
so was I. Yep. But I can't wait to see what someone came up with, because like...
Because I'm like...
the ideas were flowing out. Oh, God.
But definitely.
I don't know. Yeah, I know. I think I knew originally enough.
But thankfully there was some things that I could take away with me, and I could have, like, if I had the money, I would have got more than one. She had these little brooches, and you know, different characters from either the Labyrinth or the Dark Crystal, or ones that sort of looked like they could be from those worlds. I think she even had one which was the Labyrinth itself. I was very tempted by that one, but I have a real soft spot for Orgra from the Dark Crystal, and as soon as I saw her, she had to come home with me. Like, how amazing is that? I think she is just brilliant. I mean, the character in the movie is just fantastic. She's got such a sass about her, and she's this, you know, decrepit sort of purple, very different sort of character. I don't know what it is about her, but I just love Orgra, and I've always wanted an Orgra like statue or something, but one that looked like her, not a cutesy version. I've seen some of those around, an actual realistic Orgra, because I think she's probably my actual favourite character out of the movie, to be honest, except for Fizzgig, because of course I named my cat after Fizzgig. They're my two favourites out of the movie, but like, again, look at the detail. Hand-crafted, hand-carved, set on a piece of brass. And she had all different ones, Skeksis, I think she had a fiery, she had, you know, a few different characters, you know, from those movies, and I think maybe some other things as well, but absolutely fantastic. Her name's Olivia Duval, and she has an Etsy shop. I don't think it's actually running at the moment, but she did say she will be hoping to stock some things on the Etsy shop very soon. It's Basilisk Jade Shop. I'll put all the details either in the video or linked down below. Go and check her out, because oh my lordy lord, I love her stuff. If you, yeah, love all that. I think we're at the end. So the event itself, just so you know, was set up by Golden Owl Events. They do other markets around as well. Now that I've been to this one, I'll definitely be on the lookout for other ones. I did pick up a little pamphlet. It looks like it got a little wet though somehow, so it's a little wrecked up the top, but so yeah, they have a medieval fair in March at the Victorian Goldfields at Ballarat Polo Cross Grounds, I think is how you say that. And yeah, so if you're interested in things like that, I've been to one of the medieval fairs before. I don't know if it was put on by the same group or not, but it was lots of fun. There was people in full armour, you know, sword fights, that sort of thing. It was a really muddy day though, unfortunately, and we got kind of bogged in the mud a little bit, but it was still lots of fun. Anyway, I just had the best time ever. I did not want to leave. Everyone there was so amazing, so nice. I chatted to so many people. I was shamelessly plugging my YouTube channel because I thought, well, if people are interested in the wings, they might want to go and check it out. And, you know, so if you did come and check me out from that, you know, thanks for coming by and having a look at my videos and, you know, leave a comment, say hello. Yeah, I think that's about it. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye, craft nerds!